Hello guys, my name is Philip, and today I really just want to go through a few things that has happened to me in my life lately. But as I've said earlier, I don't really want to go into detail so much as I used to back in the days, because there's so many people that I know in real life who are watching my videos now. That's kind of sketchy to like step on people's toes, if you will. So after last video, a lot of people freaked out because I relapsed, and to me that's just kind of one of the things that I honestly don't really like so much about the NoFap community, is that people seem to have this mentality that if someone it's okay, so this is gonna sound a bit weird, but it feels to me like people in the NoFap community feel entitled to the YouTubers they subscribe to not relapsing, it seems, because they get all upset and it seems like pissed off when a YouTuber that they're subscribing to relapses. And so when I read through some of the comments that I got in my last video, and people saying, oh, don't do it, you're gonna get the chaser effect and you're gonna fap your brains out, and also from the fact that I haven't posted another video in like 12 days now, people are going like really fucking insane, going, oh yeah, he's probably fapping his brains out eating cheeseburgers right now, the chaser effect got the better of him. And I'm just seeing that going, hey, the only reason why I'm not posting so many videos now is because I'm really living life so much that I've almost forgotten my YouTube channel, and that's the truth. So when I don't post a lot of videos, and I just want everyone to know this, when I don't post a lot of videos, it's actually because I'm really busy. It's actually because I'm doing a lot of shit. My dad needs me now to fix a few things before he's gonna sell his house in Norway. He lives in Portugal right now, but he wants to sell his house that he still has in Norway, you know, because it's nice to have some money, I guess. And he doesn't really need this house anymore. Also, a few other people have been sort of needing me lately. There was a guy who lost someone in his family died, and I don't know, he wanted to hang out with me because he felt like I was a good person to be with through those times. And also just a few other people who really enjoy being with me, that I sort of feel like, and I also like to be with them, right? So it's not like I'm sort of draining myself to serve other people, but a lot of things are really happening in my life now socially, to the point where I'm almost forgetting this YouTube channel, because there's like, yeah, there's just so much in my head now, and it's starting to get better too. Lately I've been kind of down. I haven't been depressed, I haven't been really sad, but I guess you could also notice yourself that ever since that video I posted, like, honestly, I'm humbled, I think it was. I've been kind of like let down and not really happy with how things have turned out, because I had this sort of idea of what would happen in these 5 months of only working part-time, and then, you know, having more time, having more spare time to do other things. I had this sort of idea of what would happen through that time, and it didn't really turn out the way I thought it would, and so, as I've said myself, my ego just sort of didn't like it, and I have to now just sort of deal with everything turning out differently than I expected, which is just kind of difficult. But I'm currently learning how to just go with it, and to rather than fighting the waves, just flow with them. I'm sort of in the midst of just really figuring that out. Also, the veganism is helping. I honestly didn't really feel any of that detox that people are talking about. To me, it was just straight to the good stuff. I feel light as a feather. I feel like I need less sleep to be fully relaxed, which is awesome for me because I've always struggled to get up in the morning, which is not really a problem for me anymore. And it also just sort of feels good to not eat the product of tortured animals. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of feels a bit better. Kind of makes you feel better about yourself. So, you know, it's also a good thing for my ego to just go around and sort of. I'm gonna sound really fucking bad saying this, but it kind of feels good to be the guy who has an ethical diet. So many people are gonna get so pissed off of me saying that, because that's the stereotypical vegan who looks down on everyone who eats meat. And I'm kind of turning out that I'm kind of turning into that myself. But I like it. It makes me feel better. And no, I honestly I don't judge people who eat meat at all, because I've also done it most of my life. So, you know, that would be kind of a dick of me to hate on people for eating meat. I absolutely don't. But personally, I have you know, signed out from that, and that's just my choice. And I'm not really gonna sort of push that on other people. But I am gonna, you know, tell other people that it has been working for me, because, well, it has, at least so far. Apart from that, yeah, there's one thing I want to talk about, actually, as a sort of NoFap benefit, or rather vegan benefit, I don't know. Maybe just a mix of the two kind of benefit. But it is that I'm starting to get more immune to bad vibes. And by that I mean, if other people are sort of grumpy or angry or hostile, you don't give in to that. You have this sort of shield, and you go, well, he's gonna feel like that, he's gonna act like that, but I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna get the smile off my face, because I'm feeling good, and I want other people to feel good. So when you are letting yourself be dragged down by miserable people, you are actually also making those miserable people more miserable, because you're sort of saying, well, instead of trying to help you, I'm just gonna sort of stay down here with you and sort of whine and sort of victimize myself, just like you do, and then you're gonna whine even more, because then it sort of gets into this challenge where, oh, my life is worse than your life, no, my life is even worse, and it sort of turns into this conversation, which both just gets pulled down, because it's like this, right? So you're up here and he's down here, right? And instead of trying to pull him up, you're sort of going, yeah, I want to stay down here and whine about how horrible my life is. And he's going, no, my life is even more terrible. No, my life is even more terrible. No, you don't know how hard it is for me. No. And you just sort of go down. So for me, it's actually a good thing to be around miserable people and not give them that miserable company, and rather trying to get them up with your company, which is the happy company. Sort of. And I want to bring up an example from last weekend. Now, I was out partying, and so I was sorry guys. I was just going out to get a cigarette, and well, really what I was really doing out there was I was looking for my friend, because we were about to leave and my friend sort of disappeared. But I found out later where my friend was. And so all that got figured out. But in the meanwhile, I was just standing out there and I was going, well, can't find my friend, so let's just take a cigarette and let's talk to some strangers, because that's what I like to do when I'm out. I like to talk to strangers. I like to make connections. And I sat down with this group of women, and I was asking one of the women, is that heat lamp on? Because I was just wearing a t-shirt and it's December. So I was asking her, is that heat lamp on? And she said, well, her response was, what are you trying to get out of this group? And I was looking at all the women and I was going, well, I was just wondering if the heat lamp is on. It looks like it's turned off and I'm just wearing a t-shirt and it's kind of cold out. And she said, well, are you warm now? And I said, well, yes. And I couldn't finish my sentence because what I was going to say was, yes, I'm warm now, but I just got out, right? So I still have like warmth inside of me, but it's gonna get cold soon because I'm outside now. It's like minus degrees. That was what I was going to say, but she didn't let me finish my sentence. I just went, I'm warm now. And she's like, yeah, well then you've been taking something that I haven't been taking. And I was like, I haven't been taking any drugs. What the fuck? You know, like that's her response. So I was just sitting there with my cigarette going, well, what the fuck is this? You're responding with this really hostile reaction when I'm just asking if the heat lamp is on. That's what I was thinking. I didn't really say anything. But then she continued by saying, you do know that you have privilege, right? Because most white males would sit over there. I was just going, what? And then this other woman was like, okay, hold on, relax. I'm gonna talk to him. And she asked me like, what are you doing out here? And she was a bit more chill than the other woman, but she was also kind of angry, it seemed. So she just asked me, what are you actually doing out here? Like, why are you sitting here? And I said, well, honestly, I was looking for my friend, but he's obviously not here. And it's kind of cold outside, so I was just wondering if that heat lamp was on. And that was it, sort of. And then after that, I just went inside and I found my friend. But that whole situation for me was like, these women have obviously been brainwashed by the good old Norwegian feminism that is being taught in the Norwegian media, that all men suck. And so most women don't really give into this bullshit, luckily, but some women do. And when I just ask a simple question, is the heat lamp on? Suddenly they think I'm on drugs. Suddenly they try to teach me about privilege, and they want to, make me feel bad for having a dick. Let's say the same thing happened and I was a black woman. I was a black woman sitting there asking if the heat lamp was on. I wouldn't have been treated the same way. And so that itself is actually proof that these feminists that are supposed to be for equality, they are not for equality. Because if I was a black woman, they wouldn't have treated me like that, right? So I'm sorry to get all political, but the actual point and the point I'm trying to make in regards of this video's topic, and the reason why I brought that example up was because there was some really fucking negative vibes there. It was really, really hostile in that group. They didn't seem like very happy individuals. But it didn't affect me. I was just sort of shrugging my shoulders going, well, if you want to live in a disconnected world, you can live in a disconnected world. All I want to do is connect. I wanted to start a conversation with you guys because I find you interesting. I don't want to rape you. I don't want to sell drugs to you. I wondered if the heat lamp was on, and If it was, I would have sat under the heat lamp with you guys. But like, it and they were like 40 years old. What made them think that I would wanna like try to get laid or anything with them? I mean, sorry, but they weren't that attractive. But you know, I just like to connect with people, especially when I'm out at a club or a bar or something. That's sort of why I'm there. But certainly to other people, they think that all white men are rapists and they don't want to connect with anyone. But yeah, it's you know, as I said, to me it's just like, well, if they want to be disconnected, you know, I'm gonna keep connecting, you know, I'm not gonna give in to that. So I've sort of starting to get this shield that's sort of protecting me against bad vibes. And yeah, that's the point of this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.